Nexus does indeed go down. The Observer does not come out in time. BackHo now in serious trouble. He has almost no force. Those lurkers still staying out there, being a total pain. Those cannons are finally firing out those lurkers as they're staying out of position. And meanwhile, at the back, lurkers also taking out these temples. So Julizer can go for a two-pronged attack very soon. That Observer finally out. One of the lurkers get taken down, although he's not going to sacrifice the second Zealot to take out the second one. I really don't know what BackHo's going to do here. He did put those lurkers away from the temples far enough so the cannons don't do nothing. Spyro coming up for Julizer. This is a very good idea. His BackHo has nothing but cannons all over the place. A few Corsairs, but that's going to not really do anything. Those temples are going to go out now. Okay, never mind. July obviously himself thought he had taken out all the temples underneath. Maybe those lurkers just a little bit too far away to damage every single temple underneath. Plenty of Corsairs out, and they're just going to continuously take out these overlords. There's only one Hydras to defend. That's not going to prevent anything. Forge is going to go down as well. That's going to prevent more cannons from going out to defend against whatever air is coming his way. Another hatchery going down for producement purposes. Finally, those temples do go down. There is one cannon to defend, but I don't think it's going to be able to take those lurkers fast enough. Lurkers are going to move in right in from the back, still alive. Scourge taking out almost all the Corsairs have won. So that's what that's... Wow, nice little move there. And those lurkers are going to get spotted, but not going to be taking out the cannons. Okay, one cannon is positioned probably to take out one of the lurkers, but the other lurker is going to stay alive. No, Julizer does manage to reposition them just in time. Okay, but apparently those lurkers are a little bit out of range to do any damage, but they are going to be a total pain. BackHo has his robotic support, is going to try to take down his Nexus, but he's in serious trouble now. He's lost air superiority because of that Scourge, and because he lost so many of his Corsairs. That Reaver is going to prevent those lurkers from doing too much. Oh, okay, one lurker didn't. Okay, one lurker did get taken down as it tried to flee. Scourge still flying around to prevent BackHo from again damaging any overlords. So Julizer at this point has an economic advantage. He has had those 3 bases mining for a little while now. While BackHo lost his natural. BackHo's to do something serious to get back in this game. He already has again plenty of them Corsairs out there to see what he can do with them. I think actually at the early point in the game he did have an Arbiter Tribunal. I don't know if he did or not, but it would actually help. Distortion Web against what Julizerk is doing would actually help him quite a bit. It neutralizes lurkers, and neutralizes Hydras, does a lot of good job. Now lurkers moving in from the back with the Zergling. Going to try to take out this cannon. The cannon is going to go down. Someone in a headphone there, I believe that's BackHo. So many people like how he looks, and they draw him as the girl to show their appreciation. Observer is out for BackHo, so no lurker surprise anymore. Bunch of Corsairs out there. I might have been wrong about that Arbiter Tribunal after all, because it would have been a bit weird. Oh man, another Corsair being caught by Scourge. BackHo just not being careful at all, just setting his Corsairs on move, and that way losing one of them just continues. This is what I mean. BackHo just doesn't have the micro or the macro all in all to play at the level. There are just several players that are at this level, and somehow some of them actually do alright. BackHo has managed to get into a round of 16s before. He has managed to, I believe, get into a round of 8. How he did it, I don't know. But when he got at that point, he got completely owned. Julizer now setting down his 4th base. BackHo just got his 2nd back up and running at this point, and did go for a Citadel of a Dune. He's probably going to get down, use some Templar, and that could be his answer back into the game, although he hasn't done any harassment. That Reaver hasn't been doing any harassment. That Shuttle and Reaver has taken down no drones, so any advantage they've ever had is going to be completely worthless. Scourge flying around, see if they can take out any Shuttle that might be on the way for BackHo. Just he knows he has to intercept any harassment. If Julizer prevents any and all harassment, he's going to be good. So now Corsairs flying around with that shuttle. The Corsairs going to clear out any Scourge that are on the way, trying to drop. And wow, there's a lot of hatcheries now going down for Julizer. He's going to be very careful to set down a bunch of expansions, just get a huge production advantage as well as an economic advantage that he already has. Corsairs still flying around all over the place, trying to take as many Scourge as he can. They're going to be met by those Hydras, but being foiled just slightly. He has to be very careful with that shuttle. He's trying to micro as much as he can. He has to take out those Scourge. If that shuttle goes down, that can be pretty much GG at that point. Shao Ishihara going to get in from the back. That's just one Zealot. It's going to... Oh! Oh, Reaver goes down for BackHo. Takes out actually quite a large amount of drones, but that's nothing compared to what just happened there. He lost so many Corsairs. Over half of his group of Corsairs were lost there by BackHo. That was That was horrible for BackHo there. At this point, he's pretty bad. He needed that large group of Corsairs to really do some damage. Okay, he did take out a few drones from a mining base, almost completely neutralizing mining at that one base with that Reaver, but it's still not enough. He needs to do more damage, and he also needs to prevent these expansions, which he's not preventing. His July Zerg is currently mining at 4, BackHo still at 2, 5th base also, 5th and 6th mining bases coming up for July Zerg, so he's just infesting the map. This is exactly what Zerg can do pretty well. BackHo trying to micro his Corsair away from these Scourge as much as he can. I think at the end he's going to cut up Lurker, while BackHo tried to set up his mineral only, just gets caught. Okay, he did get that Corsair did get caught by those Scourge. Reaver now out with an observer. That Lurker can be forced away, not going to be able to do too much damage to that mineral only nexus that's being set up. Shuttle got taken down by Scourge. Oh boy. Okay, Hydra's now moving in from the back, so they're just going to go on full-out attack. I don't think... BackHo has nothing to defend us. Don't see any ground force. I see one Reaver, a bunch of Corsairs. So he used up Corsairs. He tried to get his Reaver micro going, but that's it. No cannons there. There are a few Reavers inside his main, but that's it. The Reaver got taken down. Scourge are the only thing BackHo has, and that's it. Those Hydras are just have complete free reign over all of his base. There's nothing but a couple of cannons that prevent it. And so the Hydras, I think, and the Lurker especially, are going to be able to do whatever they need to do to take out BackHo at this point. BackHo completely screwed, just overall bad play. July Zerg just now going to be completely dominant. He has almost the entire map. BackHo at 2 bases, while July Zerg almost at 6. BackHo cursing there, getting so fired up at the beginning of the map. So Dark Templar finally out for BackHo, so that's going to be the little saving grace. There's no detection. Drone flying around. Drone also coming out for July Zerg. Maybe he thought of taking his mineral only and being a total pain in the ass. Zerg Creep Colony is being taken down, being put down a few over places. I don't know, those might be simply for Spore Colonies. First Mutalisk now out for July Zerg. I think at this point there's actually a pretty good idea. Those Mutalisks, he can use those Scourge, Mutalisk, and a Hydralisk, just an all-way attack, just finish off BackHo at this point. BackHo is just in such a bad position, in such bad shape, that almost anything, just, you know, poking him with a finger will pretty much take him down. There are nothing but Reavers and a few cannons defending BackHo. BackHo desperately trying to take his mineral only to defend as much as he can. The shuttle that was moving out is going to get spotted by the Overlord. Several speed upgrade Overlords going to ride around. I don't know what they're there for. They're going to spot that shuttle again. BackHo doing weird little tricks there, as if those prevent those Overlords from spotting him. Corsair moving in. There was indeed Spore Colonies going to take out any of that. That shuttle moving in is speed upgraded, but just be very careful to take shots from Spore Colonies as well as from, I was going to say Hydralisks, but wow, such a large amount of forces out for July. 2 High Templars do go down and do take out actually a decent amount of those drones, and then instantly going to morph into an Archon because they just can't macro. Another High Templar does, bad storm though, should have caught the Hydralisk, but instead caught almost nothing, and the shuttle does get taken on the end. So alright, little harass there by BackHo, but those High Templars should have survived, and the shuttle should have definitely survived. If he had stormed better, it would have been better. So yeah, several Dragoons out now for BackHo, as well as High Templar. He probably spotted those Mutalisks, so he knows they're on the way. Such a large force of Mutalisks now for July Zerg, and now he's going to use the Overlord to spot that Dark Templar. Dark Templar is going to go down, and now Mutalisks going to move in from the front. A bunch of drones, Hydralisks, and everything out. Main is almost completely mined out for BackHo. He's just completely screwed at this point. Nothing but Dragoons, cannons instantly get taken down into cannons of the war, and just any leftover pros also get taken down. Storms going off, but the storms are completely off target, catching more of BackHo's own forces instead of the Mutalisks. Did damage a few Mutalisks and did kill a few of them, but all in all, yeah, losing GG or ZZO rather for BackHo. A term of respect, and you really should give respect to July Zerg, especially after losing so horribly to him. Boy. BackHo is just one of those players, matches I watch and commentate on, simply to see how he'll lose this time. July Zerg giving there a nice little bow. Boy, does he love his hamburgers. Getting 4.5 stars for that epic performance. So yeah, what is left is the ace match. Look forward to that. I'm going to be dueling that with Nuke the Stars. GG. Later, folks.